Okay. Many people believe TV violence can have a negative effect on children's behavior. Do you believe TV violence affects children's behavior? Why or why not?
Yes, I do. Well, actually, it's a double-edged sword. I think that when they're young, you need to make sure that you monitor what they watch because they create in their mind a false sense of what's real and what's not real. For example, a young man, I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago, he liked to watch wrestling. I think it was in Florida. And, wrestling is kind of violent. And he was wrestling with his sister. He was like 12 and his sister was like 7 or 8 or something. And he threw her up on the ground and he jumped on her and he ended up killing her. And the whole thing was he had been seeing it on TV. But in his mind, he hadn't realized that that's just TV. They know how to do those moves. So I think it does affect some certain kids. But on the other hand, I think when you get a certain age, like 15, 16 years old, you kind of know right from wrong. But with these video games now, they even have them on the computer, they have them on TV where you can play. A lot of the kids, they see them and they want to go shoot guns because that's how they're shooting it on, on TV. So I think it does have an effect on kids, a negative effect sometimes. And I think it's age, related.
Should parents let their child watch shows with violence in them? Why or why not?
No. And again, it goes back to the age. And it all depends. Like, for example, my son is 3. He likes to watch Spider-Man, but there's certain episodes of Spider-Man that I've seen before him that I want to let him watch because it's too violent. But I try to make sure that he watches the Sprout channel or something that's educational because at 3 years old...
My niece loved that channel.
Oh, yeah. Sprout and Nick Jr., those are his channels. But, I don't want him to grow up just being so aggressive and so violent from watching negative things on TV. So as a parent, my husband and I, we really try to monitor what he watches because it's about us. He can't change the remote. He doesn't know how to change the channel, so we have to control it. So yeah, I think that, as a parent, it's my responsibility to make sure that he does not watch things like that.
If a parent allowed their child to watch shows with violence, would you consider that bad parenting? Why or why not?
No, again, I won't think that it's bad in a sense. I think it's poor choices. Oftentimes, a lot of parents are working, and when they get home, they're tired. So the first thing they do is they make lunch or dinner, and they kind of prop the kid in front of the TV because they're trying to get everything else going on. So I'm not going to put it on the parents in the sense of, oh, you're a bad parent because you let them, watch it. But you have to monitor and you have to just make better choices. Because if my son goes to his cousin's house and I don't know that they're watching it over there, how do I know that they're watching it? And if I tell my niece, well, don't let, little Will watch this, she's probably looking at me like, whatever, my kids watch it. So it's like you can't be around them every 5 minutes to control everything that they do. So, no, I don't think it's bad parenting. I think it's bad choices that we often make.
Okay. Would you ever allow your child to watch shows with violence?
No. No. When he gets to an age where I can't control everything that he watches, 14, 15 years old, he may try to sneak and do it. But now, anything that he watches on television is because I put it on. Or my husband.
Do you believe watching violent shows as a child can affect how you are as an adult?
Yes, because again, and all these questions kind of tie into to each other. I think that, like I said, at 3 years old, 4 years old, your character is being developed. Like I'm teaching my son how to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. He told me yesterday, Mommy, give me. I said, what? I'm sorry, Mommy, may I please have? So he's establishing that now. So if I let him watch negative, violent TV shows now, that's all he's gonna know. So I don't let him do that now, and I want him, hopefully he'll learn how to, in his mind say, you know what, I know this is bad, I shouldn't be watching this because of what I instilled in him at 3. You can't start checking your kids at 10 or 13 because you lost them already. So I'm trying to, develop his character now so he can make better choices because I do feel like when they watch violent things, it's going to affect them when they become 10, 13, and 12. There's a connection. I think research has shown that there's a connection to kids who watch violent things on TV with the things that they're doing now. So yes, I do believe that.
Do you think children who watch violence on television will show violent behavior and cause problems for others?
Yes, because again, they can't distinguish between what's real and what's not real. They see it on TV and they just think, oh my God, it's just really awesome that he just shot up, this house and it's just funny and all that. So what do? They go find their parents' gun in a shelf somewhere and they go do the same thing because they think that it's not real until somebody actually gets killed. So yes.
Thank you.